Hi, I'm Wayne Allyn Root for Personal Liberty. I had to stay on deadline, so I didn't have the luxury of seeing Wednesday night's GOP presidential debate before I wrote this very commentary. But here's the thing, folks. No matter who you think won the debate, we need Donald Trump as our presidential candidate. Now, love him or hate him, only Donald Trump has the chutzpah, audacity, street smarts, killer instincts, and vicious lawyers to fight Hillary and win. This isn't about who won a debate because they had a better grasp of details. No CEO is a details guy. I know because I'm a CEO. Donald Trump isn't a details guy. Details are left to policy wonks and think tanks. This is a battle to save America. And for that role, we require Donald Trump. Let me tell you why. Do you understand what we're up against? Have you seen what the Clinton war machine is capable of? Have you seen what the Obama-Clinton regime is willing to do to win? Do you understand that Obama met with the IRS chief more than any other cabinet officer 157 times, all while the IRS scandal was going on? And during this time, the IRS just happened to target, persecute, and intimidate only conservative groups and only high-profile Obama critics like me. I've written about it extensively at Personal Liberty. Then Obama appointed a Democratic donor to head the IRS investigation. Then Obama allowed the IRS commissioner to oversee the destruction of evidence, thousands of Lois Lerner's emails, and mislead Congress. And then just days ago, Obama's Justice Department declined to prosecute former IRS official Lois Lerner. You know, the same DOJ that was proven to be in cahoots with Lois Lerner in figuring out how to send conservatives to jail for the crime of running tax-exempt organizations, and the same Lois Lerner who took the fifth when testifying in front of Congress. And all of this happened with Obama, IRS officials, Democrats in Congress, and DOJ lawyers keeping a straight face. The fact that these creeps, crooks, and con men don't break out in wild laughter while they're announcing their decisions should tell you what we're facing. Cold-blooded killers that would scare the mafia. The Obamas and Clintons are an arrogant crowd that believes with the media's help they're above the law. Even the Gambino crime family couldn't dream up a conspiracy like this. Even the Gambinos never were as arrogant as this. They're so confident the Republican wimps in Congress will never stand up to them, and so secure they'll always have the support of the liberal media to cover up their crimes, that despite all of these revelations, the IRS commissioner recently admitted his agency is still holding up tax-exempt status for conservative groups, and the government is still conducting witch hunts against high-profile Obama critics like the Christian conservative family that owns Hobby Lobby. The thugs of the Obama administration are so brazen, even the glare of public light won't stop them from targeting, persecuting, and intimidating anyone who dares to criticize this president. You can bet the DOJ will soon announce they're not prosecuting Hillary either for purposely deleting 32,000 emails or for transmitting classified top-secret documents on her private email account. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out that's precisely why Joe Biden decided not to run. The fix must be in. He already knows the DOJ will not indict. And if you think Obama's bad, never forget it was the Clintons who invented vicious and ruthless. We're about to be facing a Clinton war machine so bold, so arrogant, so brazen that they were willing to trade favors and government contracts awarded by Hillary's State Department for billions of dollars in donations from foreign governments to the Clinton Foundation. Don't forget that same foundation itself is a sham that spent almost nothing on charity. They took in $130 million in 2013, and they spent $9 million on direct aid. The Clintons take multi-million-dollar tax deductions for charitable donations to that same Clinton Foundation, their foundation. And then that foundation turns around and pays lavish salaries and travel expenses to friends and family. And don't forget the Clintons are such hypocrites, they accept tens of millions of dollars in donations from Muslim countries that mistreat women and violate the human rights of gays while Hillary is crusading about the Republican war on women. Can you imagine being brazen enough to do all that in broad daylight while you're Secretary of State? This is what we're facing. This is going to be the most vicious, ruthless, no-holds-barred war conservatives have ever seen. There's no level these people won't stoop to retain control of the White House and control trillions of dollars of patronage handed out to Democratic donors, bundlers, and corrupt unions. And into this fray steps Donald Trump. Many Republican, conservative, and Christian leaders turn up their nose. He's not conservative enough. He's not one of us. He's not a nice guy. He's too vicious. He's not like us. He doesn't have detailed policies. Well, I have news for conservatives. Trump is our last best chance to save America. There is no plan B. There's only one man vicious and courageous enough to fight back and win against the Clinton war machine, and his name is Donald Trump. Here's why. First, Trump understands how to fight to win. He has experience in the trenches of New York real estate, the only business I know of close to the dirty game of politics. Trump has the killer instincts to win in a war against vicious people devoid of morals like the Clintons. There is no game for nice, well-mannered people in politics. There is no time to bring knives to a gunfight. Trump will bring a laser-guided nuclear missile, and that's the only way to beat the Clintons. Second, Trump's the only candidate with the chutzpah to point out to America in the strongest possible terms that Hillary's a criminal whose actions make her more deserving of the big house than the White House. He won't hesitate to run ads Willie Hortoning Hillary with photos or videos of illegal aliens who have murdered American citizens. Trump will put the Clintons on defense. Trump will never apologize. He'll just attack. No other Republican has the skills to pull this off. Third, only Trump has the audacity and the willingness to investigate and prosecute Democrats who have run roughshod over the U.S. Constitution. I'm not as worried about Trump's conservative principles as I am excited by the prospect of making Obama, Hillary, Eric Holder, Valerie Jarrett, Jonathan Gruber, the architect of the Obamacare fraud, and top IRS officials pay for their crimes against the American people and violations of the Constitution. This is the exact pledge Trump should run on. The American people, including the millions of conservatives and working class voters who stayed home for McCain and Romney, will come out in record numbers to support anyone promising to put criminals in the Obama administration in prison. Donald, make them pay. Lastly, this election will be won by the GOP only if we have the balls and brains to spend millions of dollars on armies of vicious lawyers who will stop voter fraud. My belief is this is how Democrats are stealing elections, by bringing illegal aliens to the polls and the ballot boxes. Only Trump has an army of lawyers so vicious, ruthless, and brilliant that no one in New York wants to do battle with him. Trump doesn't lose. Every friend I've ever had in business for decades told me, as I grew up in New York, never go to battle with Donald Trump. He doesn't lose. It's time for the GOP to play this game to win. It's time to stop being nice guys. Stop being stupid. Stop being naive. Politics isn't for nice guys. We aren't beating Hillary with country club rules and good manners. It's time to bring out the nuclear weapon. Stop worrying about his conservative credentials. Start worrying about President Hillary Clinton. Only one person can play by the Clintons' rules and beat them at their own game. It's time for Donald Trump. I'm Wayne Allyn Root for Personal Liberty. See you next week. God bless America.